as the year comes to a close, I am really reflecting on things that were working for me and things that I don't want to do anymore. And I have come up with a list of things that I no longer want to do, basically because they've been exhausting. I've wasted so much time and energy and tears on some of this list, and I'm sharing it with the world, hoping that the things that I'm doing instead may serve you and you'll save a little bit of time and energy and have like a better quality of life because of it. So the first thing I'm not doing in 2025 is I'm not on social media anymore. I started this a couple months ago and I really just got over the burnout cycle of social media. I felt like I was like one of those lab rats in an experiment where I was just encouraged to run on this treadmill over and over and over again. And I felt like, I don't know, the carrot was like just out of reach and I just kept running and I was just so burnt out. And I really found that when I stepped away from social media, so this is what I'm doing instead. I'm actually stepped away from social media and any of the short form content that I was producing. So I'm narrowing deeper or going deeper on the long form content, which is my podcast and my YouTube, and stepping off Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, because it has allowed me, giving me this like renewed sense of creativity in the work that I do and focus and time to think. And we really miss that in this world. We are so distracted by all of the things and all of the people all of the time that we actually forget to pay attention to what's going on inside of us. And I think when we do, or in my experience, when I have started to do that, I can pour into myself more and produce more, and just a lot more of my content is more authentic and real, I think, because I've tuned out the rest of the world. So that's my first one, giving up social media to focus on other things. My creativity has exploded as a result. The second thing that I'm going to be doing, or the things that I'm going to stop doing, second thing is, this year I've really fitted sort of like my self-care or like things that prioritize me kind of like in the edges of my day, or even on my breaks, or even like when my son was napping, like in between work things, and basically shifted my whole week to be like, okay, Mel gets the leftovers. And man, this is draining. I feel like I was just kind of pushing myself down of like, you don't have to do that, don't do that, like prioritize others, do other things first. So I'm really done with that. I got really sick of it. And I also think like we all have something pouring out of us that we just need to pay attention to and give to. So that's why I'm no longer fitting like my me time into the cracks. So what does this look like moving forward? It really looks like restructuring my week to do things that help me share my message. So, you know, prioritizing videos like this and content like this. It means restructuring my days kind of around the astrological days of the week, which I've found like really amazing, to be like, okay, what does it make sense for me to do today? Or what does it make sense for my business or something that I can create today? And thinking about that as opposed to like, oh, Mel gets the last hour before bedtime to relax. So that's it, the new thing that I'm going to be doing. The third thing is, this comes back to like sort of the renewed focus, is I am stopping using a million notebooks. Like if you were to come into my office right now, you'd probably see like at least 6 notebooks that I am concurrently using for different things. Like I have my Moleskines for like beautiful gratitude notes. I have these like freebie notebooks from conferences and workshops that I'm like just my ugly notes where I'm scratch paper. And I'm so done with this, because what this means is I have really good ideas lost in the pages of notebooks. And I was flipping through some old notebooks kind of at the start of my business and being like, wow, that idea was really good. Why didn't I action that? Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe that thing that I'm struggling with now is something that I struggled with then. And why the fuck is this pattern still repeating? I'm so annoyed about it. So by using one notebook, actually I'm using my beautiful Moleskines. I'm I'm documenting everything in the one place so that this train of thought does not get lost, this idea does not get lost. I don't write an idea here and then like action another idea in another notebook. So bringing all my ideas into one place. And the biggest thing is accepting that the notes are ugly. They're not pretty. My handwriting is absolutely terrible, but the creativity is what I'm going for, and it's been really amazing. I've been doing this for a couple weeks. So that was the next thing I'm doing. The fourth thing that I'm stopping doing is like this fucking self-doubt repeating pattern of like questioning, am I good enough? Am I ever going to make it? Is my business ever going to make it? Will I be successful? Is what I'm doing worth it? And when I was looking back at all my notebooks, like fucking, I'm looking so years ago, so many years ago, and it's like all of this is written down, and like I would journal about this and I would have goals around this, and then I'm realizing that like I still struggle with these things. I'm so done with it. So that is like a mindset shift, that I'm just going to be over the self-doubt and just committing to myself, accepting who I am, that I'm here for a reason, that like I am doing this for a reason, and I'm just going to keep going and like get over it, Mel. Just get over it. Like whatever shadow that is, it just needs to get over it because this is happening and this is what we're doing. That's the fourth thing. The fifth thing is I'm just really done and over putting body products, like body care products on my body that I don't know the origins of. And just like crap products that you buy from the stores and you're like, wow, this has 20 ingredients that I cannot pronounce. Why would I put this on my face? Or why would I allow my son to like bathe in this? And what I'm doing instead is doing more natural skincare products, you know, either buying from the store brands that I trust. And if I can't do that, or if I want to do more than that, making my own. My husband made me tallow butter recently, and my skin has never been more hydrated. I've never been more dewy or glowy. My scars have minimized. I'm really comfortable in my skin at the moment. And it just makes me wonder, what was that other crap that I've been using for 33 years? Seriously questioning the beauty industry. So that's the fifth thing that I'm not doing anymore. And finally, the sixth thing is I'm really over having an endless list of lead magnets in my business. I always thought when I started my business, like you need to have this something new, a fresh hook, a fresh offer. And this was like the burnout, like feeling like I'm like a rat on a treadmill or like one of those little spinny wheels, and just like getting so exhausted pumping out all these lead magnets. And then like similar to the notebooks, I would forget where the lead magnet was or what it was, and then maybe the link was broken somewhere because I just wasn't paying attention to it. So what I'm doing instead, this is radical for me, and whoever's listening and you're on a business, like think about this and how it might make sense for your business. So instead of having 1,000 different lead magnets all the time, trying to like hook someone in with some offer, I'm going to be doing one lead magnet that's going to be so high value and so authentic to me, and something that I really poured into, that I'm really, really fucking proud of. And that is going to be, or is, my business blueprint. And it's going to be basically everything in my brain of how I started my business and how I run my business. It has all my YouTube strategy in it, how I started my podcast, my content flow, my content rhythm, how I script videos, how I get downloads from the universe and channel them into content. Also like diet, healthcare, like so many aspects of my life and my business are going to be going into this one lead magnet or free offering for the collective that I'm just really excited about, because that is coming back to that focus and that deepening for me and that authenticity piece. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm working on it now. I'm so proud of it. It's so good. I put so much time into it. And when that's ready, I'll share it with the world and maybe eventually put a link down to share it with you, but I'll definitely be announcing that. So those are 6 things that I'm going to be stopping in 2025. I'm going to be really radical and just say, like, I'm over this stuff. And 2025 is an up level, is an upshift. I'm going to be like, not quite cruise control, but I feel like I'm kind of getting into like 5th gear. I know what I want, I know what I'm here for, and I'm just like rolling the throttle. And I really hope that you are doing that in 2025 too. All the best to you. Let me know in the comments which of these served you the best, or even what you're going to stop doing in 2025. I would love to engage with you on something like that. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you have an amazing day.